What's up, everybody? I'm Justin Porter, and I'm coming to y'all from a different perspective around this time. It's not really anything in particular. I just wanted to be able to sit down and spend some time with some of the guys that have been here for, I would assume, the longest. Hato, you've been here for how many years?
4 years now.
4 years.
4 years?
4 years.
Okay, so everybody's been here for 4 years, and I mean, now they're getting to a point where they're about to graduate. They got the NCCA tournament still left, but some of them aren't, and some of them are going. And but from that point on, I'm assuming all of you guys will be going on to something else, working, doing something of that nature. So I just want to talk to them about their years here, what they enjoy, what they didn't enjoy, and really just what they learned from being here and what they're gonna do in life from here on. So I guess I'll start with you, Hato. I mean, what was your thought process when you realized you were gonna come to Wayland and play ball?
Honestly, coming in, at first I didn't think I was gonna go to college because COVID.
Yeah.
So COVID happened, and then I got a little visit to come here, try out, made the team, and then when getting here, I saw all the guys. Honestly, thought I'd never step foot on the field, and just grinded, having fun with the guys.
Yeah. What about you?
I've got a bit of a different story. I mean, I went to a junior college. COVID hit. That season got canceled. Lost that year, and it kind of sucked. So reaching out, got in contact with Brad Bass, and he said, come on down. So I got to come down, no visit, no insight into how the team worked at all, just came down, started playing, and I've been lucky to be able to play 6 years of college ball instead of just 4. So, yeah.
Baka?
Well, I didn't know I was going to come play baseball. I knew I wanted to play baseball, but last 2-3 weeks I decided I'll come play baseball. I was about to go to Angelo State, just go to school, new school, and then ended up here and finishing it out.
I feel you. Well, I know you were talking about how you didn't even really know what was after the JUCO step. So when you first came here, what was your thought of just the area?
I mean, I went to a JUCO that had about 150 people in the town that I lived in.
Yeah.
The nearest Walmart was 35 minutes away. So traveling 5 minutes to get to Walmart was real nice. I really appreciated that. And the facilities were way better than what my junior college had. So I was excited to be in an area that the closest city wasn't Wichita. It was Lubbock or Amarillo, something to go do on the weekend.
So did y'all all, speaking of growing up, so did you grow up in a big city, you grew up in a small town? What was?
I'd say it was like a medium. Like it wasn't too small, wasn't too big.
Yeah.
Started, I guess we're growing now, but wasn't too crazy. So I guess this is like a whole change of scenery because I'm used to city, cars, traffic, and then this, it's empty.
It's empty. It feels empty. I mean, I'm right there with you because when I came down here, I was like, where are we? This is the desert. I don't know where we're at. Yeah, exactly. But y'all talk to me about the game now, man. I know outside of baseball there wasn't really much to do here, but you know, our life was around just baseball. So talk to me about the game, what you guys enjoyed the most about being here, and some things that you did not like about being here. Anybody can start.
What I enjoyed here was people I came in with, they stuck around the longest. Usually there's a lot of players that come here for a year or two, they'll leave. This has probably been the class that stayed here quite a bit longer than others. Of course, there's some not playing right now with us, but they're still here around. So it's cool that I met people along the way that stuck around the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, some of what I've enjoyed is just the camaraderie between the guys. I will not forget. I mean, right now we're playing Mario Kart almost every road trip. So sitting down and Todd telling us after the SAC tournament, telling us that we need to go to bed because it's 2 a.m. We need to stop playing video games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something I'm not going to forget. I really enjoy being around the guys. But I love baseball, so it's not like I've missed out on anything by playing those extra years. But it's the guys that have done it for me.
Yeah.
I'd say the same thing. The guys I came in with freshman year just took me in with open arms, and that's what made it fun coming in. It's like you don't know what you're getting into, and then they just kind of let you in, show you the ropes, and then the following year is just making the memories with the guys, the road trips. I mean, I'll never forget the road trips.
Yeah.
All the memories and stuff doing that. So it's just been a blessing.
What would y'all say is the most challenging part of y'all's career here?
It was challenging.
Mindset.
Yeah.
Positive about it. Like a lot of people can't do it with a small town. I lived in a small town, so it's the same thing here. Being positive about going to practice, weight room, anything you do, class, trying to be positive each day.
Yeah.
Or going by each day.
I think that's big. I mean, mindset is really it. Because, I mean, when I first came here, like y'all know, I played JV. So that was hard for me to get to a place where I was like, you know what? I still need to work hard. I still need to do better, even though I'm on JV. But to take away from that, what would y'all, sort of see as that point in your career where you were like, I still need to put in this effort?
When I came in, I was put on JV with Hato as a freshman, and I came in as a junior, and I was like, man, being on JV kind of sucks.
Yeah, right.
But like I threw well down there and got one chance on varsity, and then Bass left and Todd came in. I got more chances, and just from that point on, I mean, every year, we bring in pitchers and they throw harder than you or they do something better than you, but finding a way to make sure that I can still keep getting ground balls, getting outs. That's something that I've kind of built my craft around. So.
My biggest challenge was always being small. So the first thing they told me, Bass told me, was you're too small, but if you were 160, 170, you'd be the guy for me, and it was just too hard to comprehend. So it was just always making sure that I was working extra hard and doing the things I needed to do, especially defensively. And finally it showed.
So out of your 4 years here, or however long you've been here, what was your favorite team? What was your favorite year?
I think this one.
This one?
I think this one. And that's hard because last year, especially because the team that we had last year, this one, just because of how well we gelled together and the stuff we did off the field, not just on the field. It was like the beginning of the year. Everyone, after the Ironman challenge that we did, it was a whole new thing.
That was different.
It just made the team bond. We knew more about each other, way more than we've ever known. And
I'm gonna get back to that, but talk to me first about how y'all felt about the new things that they implemented this year. The workouts, the Pioneer Challenge, it was different. It wasn't what we've done in the past couple of years. How'd y'all feel about that?
I feel like we needed it.
Yeah.
There's always times last year. I mean, no one likes to go to the weight room, really.
Yeah.
Most of us don't, but doing it, it's going to help us. It'll show on the field if you work out. There's so many times last year we wouldn't do any of that, so I think we needed it this year.
Yeah.
The Pioneer Challenge was something fun and different. We had that at my junior college, and I thought that it was fun, and we came in, we did the Pioneer Challenge this year, and it just, I don't know, there was something about it, like Hato said, there's one moment where we were racing, we were doing bear crawls with a 45 on your back, and Felix's team was 2 people ahead of my team, and then me and I think Big O were hustling to do bear crawls as fast as possible to beat him out, and it took me diving and reaching across the line to beat him out. And that's just something that later that day Felix was laughing and having a good time with us about, but at the same time he was you had to dive, you had to beat me. But it made us, like Hayden said, it made us super close. We all really took that. Some guys I think came in thinking, oh, this is a little dorky, but at the end of it, for sure, we were all locked in trying to win some aspect of that, for sure.
That was competing against each other. No matter what we were doing, it was whether we were yelling at each other, if you thought someone cheated, or it was competitive all around, and it brought out a different side of us for sure.
I feel you. Now back to that other conversation we were having with the favorite team. Y'all give me y'all spill on that one.
I'm gonna have to go with this year's team
Yeah.
as well. Like Hayden said, it was the way that we all got together. I don't think in previous years, if I had brought video games, that many guys would have showed up. But this year, Felix has showed up and played video games. Sam Welp showed up and played some games.
Really?
We've had guys come over and we've been playing Mario Golf, and
Yeah.
it's in groups of 2, and it's just ridiculous. And nobody gets a break. It's just a lot of fun to sit there and just mess with each other as you're playing games. So I just think we've gotten together on a different level this year than years previous.
This year also.
Yeah.
I believe no one this year was bigger than the team. We're always a team together. Like, of course, we had different separate groups, but we're always close. We could always talk to someone, go hang out with someone, and it was normal. It was cool.
Yeah.
We had fun together.
I feel you, man. Well, coming from that, I know a lot of times as athletes, we like to not think of, well, I don't want to say we don't think anybody's better than us, but at a point in time, you're never going to say, well, I look up to this guy, even though he's my age. Mm-hmm. But I want to ask y'all that question. Who's a guy on this team in your 4 years that you can think back, like, I actually looked up to this guy, like he really helped me coming through here? Throughout your entire career?
Gregory Ozuna.
Yeah.
Definitely. Taught me a lot. Just made sure that I kept my head on me, kept God first, and no matter what I wanted to do, that I could always achieve it if I put my mind to it and worked at it. He definitely the biggest role model and inspiration for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably have to say Suero. Mm-hmm. He was the biggest guy on the field, biggest guy in the bullpen, but he was the nicest one and wanting you to do good. Mm-hmm. I remember, like, I wouldn't get much innings, but I don't throw the hardest either, so it was hard for me to get out there and show what I had to do, but he was always happy to be there and, like, want me to throw for the team. Mm-hmm. So he was my guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my guy comes from this year. I think it's Felix.
Really?
I mean, you know me on the bump, I'm always kind of like laser focused. I come off, I look angry, but with Felix dancing in the dugout and doing other things, I mean, he has set a different kind of like childlike tone where it's like, yeah, this is a kid's game. Have fun with it. Mm-hmm. Reminds me of that. So
yeah, that's good, man. Well, let's take a step away from the game, man. You guys, this has been a part of your life. How long you been playing the game for?
18, 17 years.
19 years.
So I was like 3 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been a part of your life for a long time. So it's always different when you take a different step in life from something that you've been comfortable with all your life. What goes through your mind now when you think about possibly being done with the game?
A lot. I've worked my whole life, like I'm sure a lot of y'all, but high school, it was make the grades so I could play for the team. And then some people that played summer, some that didn't, but you were busting your butt to get the scholarship to go play baseball at a different school or at a college. And now it's you either go to the pros or go to a league or you're done. And it's kind of just one of those eye-opening moments where it's like, all right, life, here you go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For me, I guess it's the fact that, I mean, when I was younger, I was always the undersized kid. I was super skinny, never threw very hard. At one point, my high school coach told me that, that I'd never play varsity for him. Mm-hmm. And so I've played 6 years of college ball, and I mean, that's just taught me work ethic over everything. I mean, At the end of the day, I know that whatever job I go and try to tackle, I know that the same amount of work that I put in the weight room or on the bump or when I was in high school, at the plate, I know that I can put the same amount of work into a job no matter what I'm doing. So I think that's the biggest takeaway from baseball as a whole for me is just trying to tackle what's next with the same work ethic.
Yeah.
For me, since I got here, I knew I was going to be the best or anything on the field. But I always thank God. Like, a thing I took away this year is thank you for the opportunity. I always thank God before the game, just for the opportunity to play this game. When I was littler, I was always one of the best ones on my team, but since I got here, I always thank God just for the opportunity because there's other guys that don't get to play, but when I play, it's an opportunity to play, so that was a big thing for me this year.
That's really big, man, because I remember when I first came here and I was like, I played center field, and they was like, well, we got the NAIA Player of the Year in center field, so you're probably going to be sitting on the bench for a little while. So I think a lot of people might look over that fact of just saying, like, well, I have the opportunity to be on this team. I got the opportunity to play this game still, and so that's really big that you said that. So coming from that perspective, what do you see now as something that, I don't want to say it scares you, but what's something that you think about a lot now that you're stepping into that adulthood life where, like, okay, I got to go get a job, I got to go do this, I got to go do that?
Taxes.
Taxes, bro? You worried about the money. I hear you.
Just making sure I'm good. I I don't want to get stuck. I think that's the biggest thing I've always talked to my parents about is I don't want to go home and feel like I get stuck or not have something to do. I always want to feel like I'm doing something positive, and it's kind of like with baseball, always working at something.
Yeah.
Baseball's always been kind of my, like, relaxer.
Yeah.
So I'll come out here, and whether it's not a good practice day or if it is a good practice day, I mean, I'll leave the field, at least have enjoyed playing, throwing, doing something, talking with the guys. So finding something to replace that is going to be tough for me. That's what I've been thinking about a lot, whether or not I'm coaching or getting an actual job. I mean, it's going to come down to finding something to do to relax myself after I get off that job. So
For me, I mean, anything I do, I want to do my best at. So life, it don't scare me too much. Like, I leave that in God's hands. Like, if I get the job I want, I'm gonna be the best as I can in it. But later, I'm not too scared. Baseball is a big thing for me, but I like playing golf a lot. So golf, that's
That can be peaceful, yeah.
That would be my off days for me.
Yeah. Nah, man, I remember when I got done, I was the same way as you, because baseball was my piece. Like, that was like, when I came to practice, like you said, whether it was good or not, that was just my best part of the day, no matter what happened. And so coming from that perspective and then going into life, I was just like, guys, so what am I gonna do now? Like, I'm mad. I'm not gonna go to the cages and hit a baseball. Like what's gonna happen? But what are y'all's goals now? You know, going into life, what is a goal that you have? You know, because I mean, it's different. When it's baseball, you come out here and you tell yourself, okay, performance-wise, this is what I want to do. But you know, when you go into life, it's a different perspective. It's not always about performance. So like, what's your goal now going into life? What are some things that you look forward to, or something that you want to have success in life? It could be family, it could be a
I
job.
think I would go family route and just making sure that I at least prove my parents right, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or is that? Yeah.
Yeah,
At
that's
least make them proud.
Yeah, okay.
Just do something that they can look at and be like, yeah, that's
That's my son.
That's my son.
Yeah.
So that's really it for me. I haven't really thought about that one too much, so
Yeah.
I need to.
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of gonna go the same route. I'm gonna say just social life in general. I've been a busy guy in college, always trying to make some money from the school, practice, get my grades, keep them up, you know. So I think it's just finding a group of guys that wherever I land, I can hang out with and have a social life with. I mean, I think that's important and brings good balance to your day. So I think that's probably one of my biggest goals.
Me, be stable, help my family, help the ones around me, then give back. That's what I really want to do.
Yeah.
I've always I want to live comfortable, just
Yeah, man.
live comfortable. I don't need the most expensive money or anything, but I know to give back and help what I can.
To each one of y'all's points, I remember, Baka, I think it was my last year here, I was praying to God. I literally asked him, I said, listen, I don't want no money. I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable. Yeah. And that's a good goal to have, man, because I think a lot of people, when they get into life, they think, okay, I just want to make money and be successful. But that's not the only thing to life. And to your point about friends, I think that was the biggest challenge for me. Because your whole life, you're given friends through sports. This is like, okay, this is your friend because he's your teammate. Yeah. But now that you're done with the game, it's like, okay, now I have to make real connections with these people that are around me. And I think that's the hardest thing, man. But off of that, I think from all of y'all's perspective, being done with the game, being close to this part of your life where you take another step, what would you say? I know it's not good to be proud, but what would you say is something that you're proud of yourself over your college career?
Mine would be the Gold Glove. That was something that I texted Greg, especially when he left. We would just talk about it all the time in text, kind of speaking into fruition. And to see that I actually got it and see my name in that category, it was just one of those humbling moments where it was just like, dang, I did it. Yeah. I was proud of myself. Put the work in, you'll see results.
I mean, numbers-wise for me, I didn't know this until senior day when I was walking out there, but they said that I had over a strikeout an inning was like,
Oh,
okay. I mean, I guess my stuff's that good, I guess. So I did not know that until I walked out there. But I
Yeah.
mean, other than that, it's the guys that I've gotten to know and kind of help lead through things. I mean, the younger guys for sure. Throughout high school and junior college, I mean, I was put in a position where I had to be somewhat of a leader pretty quickly. So it's been helping younger guys or helping guys of my own age or older than me to help kind of work through some issues or just work through pitching mechanics, something like that. I mean, that's something I'm proud of, being able to just be put into pretty much any situation and help out.
That's good, man.
Me, something I'm proud of, it was my ERA this year. I had the lowest, but me, I never care about stats. They ain't gonna go with me. But the thing is, I look at is the relationships I built, like people around me. I'm always gonna think of the moments. I mean, had to push through every day. I mean, some days may suck more than the others, but got through it. Stats, I mean,
Yeah.
it was nothing to me. I mean, I worked hard for it. I tried hard each time I threw, but it's nothing to me, really.
Yeah. I think that's big, man. Stats can be a killer or a motivator, depending on what your mindset is. So, what went into a good performance for y'all? What was something that you just felt like helped you in your performance? Whether it be, okay, this is what I want to do, I'm looking at the stats, or whether it be, okay, I just had this conversation with this person, this is how I need to be thinking mentally before I step out on the field. What helped your performances? When you say you had good performances, what led to those moments?
Me? I mean, I always thought before each game, my family, I know they're watching. I knew if they weren't here, I'm gonna throw my best for them. I'm gonna do my best for my team. I'm gonna give us a chance to win, try to win. Me, I never thought nothing to it when I'm on the mound. It was just more, I'm here, just go, and that's what I did all year.
I mean, for me, it's getting my mindset right. I mean, like I said earlier, when I get on the bump, I look kind of angry, like I'm upset.
Yeah.
I'll make Hayden laugh because I'm saying something like, I have your thumbs, give me your thumbs, something like that. And I say it completely seriously until I get into the dugout and Todd goes, all right, you're done. And then I'm like, all right, cool, good day.
Yeah.
But it's getting locked in mentally, being able to go, okay, yeah, I might know the guy that's at the plate, but we're not friends right now. We're on two different sides of the ball. And then as soon as that's over, it's like, all right, I can go have a conversation with that guy.
Yeah.
See what's up. So
That's good.
For me, I learned this from you, but don't take it for granted. This is the last year. Go get it. We had a conversation about stuff in the beginning of the fall and where I was at, and I was struggling, and just kind of came out here and just stop trying to worry about what was going on and just be happy that I'm out here got to play this game for 4 years and out here with the guys that I love, and I'm enjoying it with them. So that was a big thing for me.
Yeah. The last thing I got for y'all, man. Think of something that you would want to tell somebody else coming into their first year of college, and sort of just imagine yourself speaking to them. What would be your advice for somebody coming into college ball now?
It's going to be filled with lots of ups and downs, and you just kind of got to stay even keeled through it all. Never get too high, never get too low, but soak in every opportunity and every moment you can, because it goes quick.
Yeah, it does.
Show does.
I think I told Hato this in the basement at Caprock his first year, but the statistics say that every time a group of 10 freshmen come in, only 2 of them are going to make it to that final year. Don't let yourself wonder if there could have been anything left on the table. Go try your hardest to get to that final year if you want it. I mean, if you want to play for 4 years, do your best to give your best effort in the weight room, throwing plyos, throwing the baseball. I mean, whatever it is, do your best, give your best. Don't leave anything on the table for you to wonder about.
I would say don't beat yourself up. There's always going to be guys ahead of you.
Yeah.
So don't look at it as a threat, really. Make it as a competition. Show what you could do. I mean, there's another guy. Who knows? What if he gets hurt? Who's the next guy up? Are you going to be the next guy up, or are you going to fall? I would just say work hard for really what you want to do, and if you want to play, just work hard, really.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all's conversation. I think the biggest thing I can take from these guys, man, is that appreciation. I think all of them have an appreciation for the game. They have an appreciation for life. And I think what I would want to take from this and put on to anybody that watches this is, like they said, when you come into college, whatever sport it is that you're going into, just thank God for it. I think a lot of times we take it for granted that we have a scholarship to play, or we have the ability to play, or that we're not injured, or we're even in college. I mean, I feel like college is such a given nowadays that people think it's just easy. Okay, I can go to college, I can do this, I can do that. Well, nothing's given. And so everything that you get, just appreciate that you got it and thank God for it, and just try your best, like they said. I mean, the only thing you can say is I tried my best. If you didn't say I tried my best, then that's on you. But if you tried your best, you ain't got nothing to worry about. So once again, I thank y'all for being here, man, and I wish y'all the best of luck for those of y'all that are playing in the tournament. And after that, good luck in life. All right, y'all, man.